to my channel, Maximum Momming. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you can join the Maximum Momming family. Okay, so today we're going to be working on our end of the month clean, reset, and refresh. Okay, so I said all those words, but what do they mean? Basically, they just mean that I pick all the rooms that I feel like need a refreshing feeling, that they just need to be cleaned really, really well. And going into the new month, like I want to start November with these rooms clean, basically. And okay, my mind is just blown that I had to say November, because that means we're at the end of October, and it feels just like yesterday that we were at the end of September. But I'm super happy that we're at the end of October, because that means a couple of things. It means that we're going into fall. Well, we're in fall, but it means that we're going into cooler weather, and that means the bugs all die. That means no more bugs. But it also means that we're into Halloween, and Halloween is one of my very favorite holidays. So I'm super excited about Halloween. And of course, we're going into November, and November has another one of my favorite holidays, Thanksgiving. But we'll talk about that later. But right now, we'll talk about Halloween. But for right now, you guys can watch me clean my little artist desk. And let's get to work. So, what's your favorite scary cartoon? You thought I was going to ask you what's your favorite scary movie, didn't you? No. I love cartoons. And when I was growing up, my very, very favorite scary cartoon, well, it was scary to me a little bit when I was a kid, was Scooby-Doo. Like, I love Scooby-Doo. And so I used to have Scooby-Doo everything. Like, I wanted to collect Scooby-Doo. And so I love the fact that it just seemed so scary. They had ghosts and monsters and everything. And so, of course, as I grew older, I knew that Scooby-Doo wasn't real. Like, at the end, they always found out that the monster was a real person. And that always comforted me in my anxiety, that the monster was always a real person. So that helped me to know that, ghosts aren't real. So, or at least, I believe that ghosts aren't real. So it just comforted me that at the end, they always found out, hey, they pulled the mask off. It was always a real person. So it comforted me in my anxiety. But as an adult, then I started loving The Simpsons, and I love their Treehouse of Horror. And that's my thing now, is Treehouse of Horror with The Simpsons. I just love that. So for Halloween, I just like to watch a marathon of Treehouse of Horror. It's just amazing. It's like chef's kiss. Like, it's just the best. So that's my favorite thing to do on Halloween, is watch Treehouse of Horror and just watch how amazing The Simpsons are. So I'm a writer, so I have to ask you about scary books or scary novels, things like that. Um, right now, I just like any novel that has vampires in it. So I'm really into like vampires. I wasn't really into Twilight per se. I didn't really read any of the Twilight books. I know, okay, you guys are gonna get on me about that, but I didn't read any of the Twilight stuff. But I did read the Laura K. Hamilton. I believe that's the author. With the Anita Blake series, I did read those, and those were really good. Like I really liked those vampire series. That was really good. And of course, I love Interview with the Vampire, one of my favorite classic books, and the movie, of course, Interview with the Vampire. So if you ask me what's my favorite, it's not really scary. Interview with the Vampire to me is not a scary movie. But if you ask me what was one of my favorite movies of all time, I would tell you that it's Interview with the Vampire. And of course the book. So, but I love vampires and things like that. So that's just kind of my thing. And I would pick a vampire over a werewolf if you ask me that question. So what do you like? Vampire or werewolf? Where are you at? Vampire or werewolf? Leave it in the comments. So vampire or werewolf? Like where are you at in that choice? You know, on which side are you on? So who read Goosebumps when they were a kid? Because I read all of R.L. Stein's books. I read Goosebumps when I was a kid, almost all of them. I read Fear Street when I was a teenager. I read his adult books. My favorite was Superstitious. Um, Very good book. Very good book. It's I don't know. Maybe I'm an R.L. Stein stan or something. But I've been reading him since I was a kid, all of his books. But I'm a Goosebumps like fangirl. Like that was my jam, baby. That's what I always read, and I try to get my girls into it, but they're not really into scary stories. They like fantasy, but they're not really into like spooky stories. They don't read it like I would read stories to tell in the dark. I would read all that stuff, and they're just not into it. And I'm like, what? I used to write scary stories, Halloween stories, and read them in front of my class when I was in 6th grade. So I don't get that they don't like scary stories. But yeah, I used to just write scary stories all the time, so I don't understand it. So, for those with younger children, are you taking your children trick or treating this weekend, or are you waiting until the actual day of Halloween? Like, what does your city do? Like, do you have like a ordinance or anything where you have to take them this Saturday or today, or do you take them on Halloween? I think for us, we take them on Halloween. Like, they actually go trick or treating on Halloween. Um, But yeah, I believe we actually go on Halloween. But my kids are older, so my oldest daughter, who's 15, she's just gonna hand out candy. Um, she doesn't have any parties to go to or anything like that. She just wants to dress up and hand out candy. My 12-year-old, her friend's birthday is Halloween, so she's just going to go trick or treating with her because they want to go trick or treating. Even though my 12-year-old, she doesn't really want to go trick or treating, or I think she's just she didn't have any plans to. She likes the candy, but she didn't have any plans to. So they're just gonna have me buy candy, and they were just gonna eat that. But her friend's birthday is on Halloween, and she's like, let's go trick or treating. So I didn't buy a costume. I just used my 15-year-old costume and gave that to her. And so I saved a little bit of money this year on costumes. I don't think I ever have to buy costumes again until probably, yeah. I don't think I ever have to buy costumes again. So I'm kind of looking out on that. Okay, I'm going to ask it. What's your favorite scary movie? I'm going to ask the question. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what's your favorite scary movie. And I know you're going to ask me what's mine. I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite scary movie. I just have a lot of scary movies that traumatized me. Like It, the original one, traumatized me. The new one, didn't scare me at all. I have seen all of the Saw movies, which really didn't traumatize me at all. If I really had to pick, I would have to say The Conjuring. The Conjuring was amazing. So I would have to say The Conjuring, all of them probably, but I didn't see the last one. But pretty much The Conjuring was an absolute, great scary movie. So if you haven't seen The Conjuring, you should go see it. It's really, really good. So that's about it. As I vacuum, this gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you get some cleaning motivation out of this video, because I'm motivated by you guys every single day. By you coming and watching and subscribing and just being here with me, it motivates me every single day to keep making these videos, to get up and clean, to not procrastinate, to just do what I need to do every single day. And I'm glad that I get to refresh this house for the end of the month, going into November, because November is going to be crazy for me. Okay, so happy Halloween. I want to make sure I say that for you guys. Have a great one. Take those kids trick-or-treating if you can. If you have older kids like me and they don't want to go trick-or-treating, then you can sit around, have pizza, and eat tons of candy, because there's a slice of pizza and some Butterfingers with my name on it. Even though I'm on a diet, I can still eat a slice of pizza and have a couple bite-sized Butterfingers. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.